Hey, this is BlindFox and welcome at my ration review. Please support the channel, please subscribe and please go and donate on patreon.com. So this is the breakfast portion of the SANDF 24 hour Day 1. So this ration, as I said, was packed during COVID, so there might be some differences between this and the normal rations. I'm not sure if this package is just a COVID thing or if it is their new stuff, but we'll check somewhere when I can see what it is. So let's see. So as we saw in our unboxing video, most of the stuff is this grey color now, but it's not the packaging that they use in their civilian stuff. We've got two coffees, which, well, it's South African coffee, so we will, well, I start with one and I'll most likely add the other coffee in as well, just see how it tastes, because these coffees are notoriously weak. We're gonna do the isotonic drink. I'm not sure which flavor this is. This makes 1 cup. It's that weird mazy thing. We're gonna do the porridge, which is the maize one. As far as it should be the maize one, it says so, I think, and it's vanilla flavored. 80 grams of it. We've got our nut butter here just because I've got no real clue what to do with it. I've got nowhere to add it. Most likely some people will add it in their porridge. I know of people who do that. I'm not going to, I'm just going to taste it. We've got our fruit cubes. And for just a lovely big breakfast, we're going to do our cookies as well, because I feel like doing it so. And then we've got some creamers. Now, I don't use creamer in my coffee, but I will use some in my porridge. We are not going to use the sugars because frankly I don't like sugar in my coffee, or for that matter my porridge that much. Maybe I will see. We're not going to use their fuel tablets, but you get 8 as we mentioned. There's 4 water purification tablets, so I'm not sure if this is a half a liter. I think this might be, if it's a half a liter or a liter you use for this. Let's see if we can find out. So they say 1 liter, so I think 1 tablet per liter, I think. This is, I don't think it's 2 tablets per liter. But we're not going to use that. We're also not going to use the matches. But this is normal matches, and you at least get a lot of them for whatever you want to do with them. You're getting, if you're getting this ration, a whole box per day. Alright, I'm not going to show you this. This is just a powder. You can watch some of the other military rations. I just don't want to walk. Oh well, we can just as well do it. You can see there, delamination. There is a little tear notch there. This just has a mazy smell. Not sure if it says how to mix this. For this you use a cup of water, and there is no tear notches, although this thing wants to delaminate. Oh no, there is a tear notch, just the wrong side. There we go, a little tear notch. This smells like peach or something. So I'll go and mix everything and we will be back. Okay, both the porridge and the drink uses 250 ml to mix them. Alrighty, so let's start where? Let's start with our porridge since it is still warm. And of course this stuff always gets lumps in it. It doesn't matter what you do, either you start with a bit of cold water, mix it and then add hot water, but still it gets lumps. Okay, just like this. It tastes like maize, a bit raw maybe, but you get the vanilla taste, which is fine because it takes away that extreme maize taste that is really not, I don't like it. But you do get the texture, you get a slight maize taste, but not so much. And you do get a vanilla taste here. So let's dump some coffee creamer in here. And of course you can always dump your chocolate nut spread in there. But I'm not a fan of chocolate nut spread or peanut butter in my porridge. Well, I'm not a fan of porridge, but I... Okay, let's taste this with the creamer. There is not really a difference between the stuff when you add the creamer or don't add the creamer. It just doesn't really change the taste that much. So we will add a sachet of sugar because we do have it, and I was just wondering how the maize drink will be in the porridge, so let's just mix this in. So there we go. Sweet and still not really a difference. I'm going to mix the other one as well. So you do get what, about 6 packets of creamer. So you've got enough to really play with creamer. Still not really a difference. So with the sugar and the milk or the creamer, you don't really get a difference in taste. Just the more you mix it, the more you get out of the lumps out. But for the sugar does make a difference in the taste. The creamer, as far as I'm concerned, doesn't really make a difference. Maybe a bit, but not as much that you can actually notice it. So we'll do the coffee, just to clear our palate a bit. So South African ration coffee, still disappointing. I don't know, it's just because it's a cheap coffee, most likely. Now we'll taste this. I don't know, let's just do the cookie before we go with the drink. Not a really, it's a big cookie, but as you can see, quite a big. So let's taste this. So the cookie is a normal crunchy. I think it was packaged in a bit of moist condition, so it's not really as crunchy as it can be. But it's sweet. It's got a oaty, coconutty taste. It's quite good. And with the coffee, it's also nice. So the next thing we will taste is this. The very weird maize lactose-free drink. The nice thing about this is the weird foam on top. It's actually interesting. You do taste the maize a bit. It's sweet, it's peach. I hope I added the right amount of water here, because I had the measuring cup next to the cup and then I poured the water into the cup and not the measuring cup. Oh joy. So, as I said, very sweet, very peachy. You have to let this stand a bit so that the sugar in here can dissolve. I also normally used a bit of hot water, just a little bit, just to get the sugar and stuff dissolved, but I forgot this time. But it's not bad. You can actually, I think, chuck the powder into here, and then you can have sort of a peach flavored porridge, maybe? I don't know if anybody ever tried it, but any of you guys listen and actually is or know anybody in the SANDF, ask them if they did it with these rations and how it tasted. You can also add some extra milk in here, some of the creamer, then you can add a bit of more milk, but we'll just put that aside. So far this one actually doesn't taste as bad as usually, but still it is a bit of a amazing feeling sometimes, and if you get that the foaminess on top, a slight mazy taste, but very sweet, very peachy. Sort of artificial, that nice artificial peach. I actually like artificial peach. So I think this is peach. So let's go to the cookie again. Now we've got, where is this? As you say, the chocolate stuff there, it's a bit soft. So let's taste some. Nutty, chocolatey. It mostly tastes of peanutty. So the only thing I can think about doing with this is having it with the cookie, but I'm not going to put it on the cookie because it's too runny. You can eat this with the cookie. It sort of takes over the whole cookie smell or taste. It really dominates it. So you can eat the chocolate nut spread just like this. You can put it on the cookie, which work, but for me it totally dominates the cookie, and then it's just not nice anymore. It's just sort of, well, it's not nice, but it really takes away all the flavor of the cookie, which is nice on its own. That coconutty oats flavor totally disappear when you eat it with the nut butter. And now, just want to clear my palate with this boring coffee again. Where were we? This is one of my all-time favorite Ration stuff. So this is fruit pulp cubes, and it's citrus flavor. I think it's lemon, lime, and orange. There is a slight difference in the citrus taste of these. You can definitely, I think, see or identify the orange here. You can identify the lemon and the lime, and it's very refreshing. So what did I think about breakfast? Because we are finished now. The porridge is just normal. I really don't know why they can't update this to muesli, but I get it's a cultural thing. Most people in South Africa, doesn't matter what your race or ethnicity is, most people like porridge or maize porridge. I'm one of the, I think, unhappy few that don't. I don't like it in any form. I don't like the porridge that, or the one they normally just use Afrikaans word for pap, which you eat with your barbecue. I don't like that at all. I don't like this, really. I like samp that I can eat. Not really like, but I can eat it. So this is one of the better actually maize porridges that I can have tasted. Of course, you don't have that maize taste. For you Americans, it's very much, it's polenta. So I'm not sure if they treat this with alkali or not. I've actually heard about the alkali treatment the other day, and I actually didn't know they used to do it, but it makes sense. It's sort of, for those people like me who didn't know, normal maize does not, you don't get all the nutritional value of maize. Just Columbus just stole the maize and didn't steal the whole story. You don't get all the nutritional value out of maize if you just cook it just like that. But if it's cooked in presence of some other alkali thing, or treated with alkali somewhere, the Aztecs used to cook it in the presence of alkali and then throw off the water, then you unlock the vitamin B potential of it, and it actually increased its nutritional values. So I think Columbus didn't take that little bit of the secret with him to Europe. So the lactose-free drink, it's very sweet. It's very, the taste is not bad. It's the maize, slight maiziness that comes through, and the slight gritty or funny maize taste in this texture is annoying. I'm still not sure why there is maize in here, or is that treated with, if it's treated maize for its vitamin potential, I don't know. The coffee is just boring. The cookie is nice. The chocolate, I think it's chocolate nut spread here, does not make sense to me anymore if you've got these cookies. But now I don't know if this the cookies is just expedient, but I saw SANDF cookies before, so I don't know why they still have the peanut butter and stuff. They can just replace it with something, just with plain peanuts, say, because it doesn't make sense anymore. You can't really, you could still eat it with the previous SERAC biscuits and the ones before that, but it doesn't make sense anymore to have peanut butter, or nut butter for that matter, because it doesn't really fit anywhere. Although you can eat them on the cookies, but why would you want to? Or put it in your porridge if you really have to. So it doesn't really make sense for me for the peanut butter. And of course, this is the star, I think, of the meal for me. The citrus fruit cubes. They don't say it's citrus on here, but these are the citrus ones, and I really like this. I must say the berry fruit cubes isn't bad either in the civilian rations. So for packaging, as we've seen, if you compare this is a normal civilian rations, these are not mean. You have to have cutlery when you use this. This is not the no cutlery packaging, but you get cutlery in the SANDF. I don't know if they are the new ones, but this is old SHTF cutlery. Or not cutlery, but the cup thing or whatever. I think they still use similar stuff, and they use Dixies, which I don't have. This is not actually also, well, but so for a breakfast, this was a nice big breakfast, as I said, normal SANDF style mostly. I don't know when, I wonder when they will maybe upgrade their rations, but so far it's sort of what I expected for breakfast in most of the stuff. I must say, if I have to choose now between the civilian big ration and the SANDF ration, if you have a choice, take the civilian ration. It's got much more, it's not really, it's about 10 Rand, 20, maybe 10 Rand more expensive than this one. There's around 10 Rand or so difference in price. And I would choose just the, I guess it's the extreme pack any day. It's just a different, well, which is nice, and you've got different combinations. If you like porridges and stuff, choose this one. If you don't like porridge, choose the civilian one. They've got muesli. And they've got different mains. So, interesting. So, thanks for watching my little breakfast review of the maybe COVID composition influenced SANDF 24-hour day 1. And yeah, normally they come in boxes, so I'm not sure. That's why I'm not sure if this is a COVID thing or not. So, thanks for watching. Please support the channel, please subscribe, and please go and donate on patreon.com.